Hello, friends. This is Kim Wright-Sebrell of the Wright Group with your June update. I know a lot of people are very curious about what's happening in the market. We're hearing lots of different opinions. We are definitely moving into a shifting market, which means that things are starting to change. Some people will kind of talk about kind of a little bit of a doom and gloom. I'm not seeing that as much as just shifts in the market. So I'm going to explain exactly what we're seeing on our end with the June numbers. One thing to keep in mind is a lot of the stats I'm going to show today are what were considered lag measures. So they're going to talk about really, although they're June numbers, they're what happened back in early May when things were going under contract. Once they close in June, it kind of tells you what was really happening anywhere from 30 to 60 days ago. So I would expect when we post some July numbers, you may start seeing that shift a little bit more dramatically. So let's look at some of these lag measures, which tell us what's going on in the market 30 to 60 days ago. So we'll look at the median price. So interesting, the median price right now is $364,933. You can see that's up 12.3% for the year. But back in May, the median price was $362. So like a slight difference, but you're starting to see that we're not having these like massive jumps from one month to the next. And we were seeing that at some points. You're going to see another lag measure is going to be pending sales. So we have 2,140 pending sales for June. That's down 13.2%. So a little bit less activity. And just as a comparison for a number, back in May, it was 2,383, just slightly down. And we saw this last year in 2021. This was the trend before 2021, 2022, the trend was really for June, July, August to be kind of fairly stable and kind of about the same numbers there. Then days on market, another lag measure, that's 13 on average. I would expect to see that number starting to go up a little bit, and we are seeing that. And where we're seeing days on market increase, again, remember, real estate's a hyper-local business, so we're seeing it in specific areas, more outlying areas further away from the city center, outside into more rural counties. We're starting to see those days on market increase. Not a bad thing. Homes are still selling, and oftentimes selling when they're priced correctly for the asking price. It's just taking a little bit longer. So it's a longer sales cycle, which is what we used to see. Think about, like 10 years ago, a home could take 60 to 90 days to sell. So really, we're just starting to kind of go back to what I would call a neutral market. So things are starting to take a more normal sales cycle versus everything flying off the shelf instantly. So look for that days on market to maybe increase a little bit. Now, if we look at lead measures, these talk a little bit more about what's going to be happening in the future. And this is where you start to tiny bit see that shift coming. So new listings were down 8.8%, 2,634 listings. Although still, think about that. That's a lot of homes going on the market. So we still have a healthy amount. I would say that I would expect to see that number maybe even start to kind of come up a little bit. Month supply of inventory is at 1.1. Keeping this in perspective, this is still a seller's market, but we are climbing out of kind of even more of a seller's market. So we've been at 0.6 and 0.7 months supply of inventory since October. October was the last time we hit the 1.1. So we're starting to see this kind of climb out. Months supply of inventory is about how much inventory is on the market and how long that would take to sell all of those homes. So right now, 1.1 months and all of the inventory we have would satisfy the buyer's needs that we have. So keep in mind 6 months is about a balanced. So we really want to keep seeing that number go up. And then the last lead measure we have here is showings per listings. This is really interesting. This is showing you how many active buyers are out looking at homes. And what we're noticing is that there's a little bit less competition. Some buyers, due to the interest rates, have had to drop out of the market. Some have just been discouraged. All sorts of reasons that buyers are not buying now. And so you'll see showings per listings are at 7.8. That's down 14.3%. I would expect to see that number continue to kind of maybe come down, less showings. So it starts to become more important as a seller, even though we're still in a seller's market, to prepare your home well, have it look great, price it right, to make sure that when you're pushing buyers through your home, that Sorry, did I say pushing buyers through? That's a real estate term. As you're getting more showings and people seeing your home, that they're liking what they see, and you're not kind of having lots of buyers come through to say no, because there's not as many buyers now. And so it becomes more important. So for those of you who are actively looking to buy a home, I'm going to say jump back in the market. Things have really changed. We have gotten a lot of our buyers under contract, sometimes at asking price, under the asking price, with full inspections, full appraisals in place. Again, hyper local. Some areas are not seeing this change yet, but we're starting to see it in outlying areas of the city, and that is what we're starting to notice as the shifting market. Hope you enjoyed this update and have a great day.